So about a year and a half ago, I redid the door panels on my car, and through both not doing it properly and just the general heat in Texas, it kind of kills the door panels. So as you can see, which looks good from a distance, but you can see it's starting to kind of hang out here, and some of these parts are starting to come off as well, and it's a bit worse on the passenger side. The rears haven't really been affected too much. I mean, there's a little bit of hang on them just from the glue coming off. Actually, a lot worse than I thought. So, I'm gonna be redoing them today. We're gonna be going with, instead of that red, like plaid that is on there, because the car's purple now. It wasn't when I did that. Me going in with this old BMW fabric. It's called Imtech. Hard to kind of tell, but it's like a, let me take it out into the sun. It's kind of like a purple to light purple little gradient on it, and I think it's going to go really good with the purple on the exterior. Should really bring it all together. So the first step is going to be taking these door panels off, which isn't too difficult. There's a screw behind this handle, and there's one behind this little panel in here. I think there's one more. I think this has got to come off as well. And then there's just a bunch of pins behind it, which all will come off. Okay, after some pain and suffering, got the door panel out, which really isn't too terribly difficult of a thing to do. It's literally just those two screws, and then don't break the door handle, and it pops right out from some pins underneath here. So, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the old fabric that was on here, which shouldn't be too sticky. I used a general adhesive last time, which I don't recommend. I've got a headliner adhesive that is going on it this time, which should work a bit better. This is actually on there pretty good. All right, I got the two things I need for this. Got printer paper, masking tape. So what I like to do, or what I did last time at least, it seemed to work pretty all right, is putting on a piece of painter's tape. And then grab a pencil. So I'm gonna put the painter's tape over where the cloth is gonna go. And then I'm gonna cut off roughly about an inch extra along the whole thing, just so there is enough here. Doesn't have to be exact because this is all going to get tucked in. And then we especially have a curve right here, so I'm going to want to go a bit farther down. Like that. And like that. So there we have the first little form of how it's gonna look. I'm gonna grab some scissors. We're gonna cut it out. And then you can see, got more than enough around here and around here. And then gonna grab another sheet of paper. And line it up right next to it. But we're gonna line that up along the bottom. Get it flat so that the curves are taken into account as well. you've got all your pieces cut like this, we're just going to go through and line them on up. Should probably make sure I'm not going to tape them backwards. So this has this first edge right here. So this is going to be the first one. So we'll go like this. Tiniest bit of overlap on it. Just like that. So now we got this first panel, this first part of it set up. See overall how this lines up with it, and I think this gives us more than enough extra just about everywhere for it to work on it. I'm gonna go and mark this D for driver, and this will be the passenger side. It'll work perfectly fine for the passenger side. So mark this P. Yeah, put it along like that, and get your passenger side. Okay. Now I'm going to set this door to the side. Now we got some more screws that need to come out. Now we have a bit of room where this can actually get basically taken out here. It doesn't completely come out, sadly, but gives us some room to tuck it in here. Tuck it in there, so I'm going to do a little test fit. Now we're going to go and line the edge of it here with some painter's tape because we do not want to get paint on the panel itself. Okay, so now we're on the main part. When you're using the spray adhesive, if you're using a thinner fabric similar to what I used before, you see this is much thinner than fabric we're using now. This one actually has a backing layer to it, so I'm not too worried about it. But with a thinner fabric, you can get some wet spots on it if you are applying too much of it. So just be wary of that. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and spray the adhesive on. So after about probably 20 minutes of struggling with it, I got it to not quite perfect, but good enough that I'm happy with it. There's imperfections, that's for sure, but it looks really good. I mean, there's gonna be a handle covering this. This won't be visible. This bottom part down here is gonna have something on it. But the issue comes at this top corner right here. You can see kind of got frayed and it was a little bit too short. And over here, it kind of started to fray as I was putting it in as well. It is what it is. I'm so happy with how the rest of this came out and just how this looks. I think it looks amazing, especially when it's in that purple car. It's gonna look great.